Assalamu alaikum, I'm Dr. Mariam. Today I've thought that let us talk about drowning, what is it and how it can be prevented, and what can you do to help the person who is drowning. Recently we have had tragic incidents at the sea with a ship drowning and all nearly 750 people aboard missing, drowned, and now the latest Titan submersible which is missing from last few days, and the 5 passengers on board are running out for oxygen. They have less than probably an hour left of their oxygen supply, and plus the day-to-day happenings when children drown in the swimming pools, in the home bathtubs, even in the buckets or the play pools at home. So what is drowning? Drowning is when a person is unable to breathe due to the submersion of his nose and mouth in the water, in any kind of liquid. It may require as less as 1 to 1.5 inches of water for the nose and mouth to get submerged and the person can drown. Not really a big ocean of water is needed, a big river of water is needed. So what happens? First of all, in drowning, when the nose and the mouth are submerged, a person's natural reflex is to clear the airway because we need oxygen to breathe. As a result, we hold our breath. We hold our breath and the oxygen supply automatically decreases to the brain, which in a very few seconds causes the brain to become sluggish, the breathing to become sluggish, and as the result there is aspiration of water into the nose, mouth, and then it reaches up to the lungs. That is when the oxygen supply even decreases more because the lung start filling up with water. As a result of this oxygen deprivation, a person becomes unconscious, vomits out, and ultimately death occurs. So how do you understand? You understand that when the person is submerged in the water, he or she is getting cold, the skin is getting bluish due to lack of oxygen. The person themselves must be feeling a chest pain because they are unable to breathe properly. So to clear their airways, they try to cough out. The breathing becomes slow. Then the water is absorbed into the lungs and it starts filling up into the abdomen. And later on there is unconsciousness, and again death is the ultimate of drowning. In many cases, the people do survive, but due to lack of oxygen for a short span of time, they may have irreversible brain damage and other organ damages. So what you can do at your part? We need to know, first of all, not to leave children unattended while they are bathing, in the showers, in the buckets, in the pools, or they are in the swimming pools. And if they are into such activities, the children should be taught how to do swimming. Children and adults as well. They should not be left unattended. Then if you're going in for sports activities, make sure that either you know swimming or the adults are with you, or you're wearing the life jackets which are properly inflatable. Now what else? If the drowning incident has occurred, if you see someone drowning wherever you are, then the first thing is try to bring the oxygen level to the person so that they can breathe and get out of that situation. To do that, you need to do rescue breathing. What is rescue breathing? First of all, we tilt the person's head backwards, try to clear the airway, put the hand under the neck, and then we close our mouth tightly against the mouth of the other person, pinch the nose and fill up our mouth with air and breathe into the other person. We need to do 2 rescue breaths, and then again after a few seconds repeat the process if the person is still in the water. If you have reached some land and the person can be put on some solid ground, then next you have to do CPR, the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. What is that? We place the person straight on the ground on any level place, and then we again tilt the head and neck backwards so that the airway gets cleared, and then we put the hands on the center of the chest, the left hand down and right hand up. If you're a right-handed person, which most of us are, we interlock our fingers and then we start giving compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to do 30 compressions and then 2 rescue breaths for the adults. For the children, we need to do 15 compressions and then 2 rescue breaths, and the process is the same. We place the hand in the center of the chest and we do the compressions. Then if the child is very young, less than a year old, 2 years old, then we need to just use 2 fingers to press in the center of the chest to depress the chest down and do the same compressions 15 times and then 2 rescue breaths. After that, hopefully, if the person has not already passed away, then they should start getting the oxygen to the lungs. They should start breathing again. They may vomit out throughout the water, and then you put them down in the recovery position. The recovery position is make the person lie down on their left hand side on the side, and then you bend their knees into the abdomen, one knee up and one knee a little down. In this way, whatever vomit or anything comes out, it can easily pass out from the side of the mouth, and it will not be aspired into the lung and cause